chaperone, Senator Hirono.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's very clear that when we deal with AI and the impact that it has on just about everything in every sphere, it's really difficult to figure out what kind of regulations there should be. But it does occur to me that there are other countries that are having the same issues. And one of the questions I'd like to ask you after I make some initial comments is, how are these other countries dealing with this issue? But thank you for joining us. I know that you are tackling this really important issue, and I just read a New York Times article. It was in January. The sleepy copyright office in the middle of a high-stakes clash over AI. It was quite an informative article, mainly talking to you. But I know that you and your team are working on reports on the relationship between artificial intelligence and copyright, and this is a topic, as I mentioned, of great interest and concern to me and this committee. AI is a powerful tool that should be used to enhance and support creativity, but we have to make sure that we don't sacrifice our artists, authors, actors, musicians, singers, songwriters, journalists, and other creative professionals. Our copyright system exists to incentivize and compensate these creative professionals. And the framers of our Constitution cared so much about supporting the creativity of all of these individuals that they actually put protecting copyright in our Constitution in the intellectual property clause. So what you're doing is really important. So getting back to how are other countries dealing with the AI issue and the creative community in their countries?
I would say that other countries are like us, examining the issue, trying to figure out the right way forward. There are a few countries that have enacted very specific exceptions in their copyright laws for text and data mining, which they either have said they will apply or there is speculation that will be applied to generative AI training. But these exceptions have not yet been tested in court, and we don't know how the courts will apply them and the extent to which the results will be different from our fair use doctrine. I will say there's a lot of conversations going on internationally. We're talking to our counterparts. Everyone is sharing information. The World Intellectual Property Organization is holding regular, what they call online conversations about the new technology issues, and they're all focused on generative AI right now.
Considering that other countries don't have to deal with, I don't think, the issue of First Amendment freedom of speech considerations, is that another a factor for us to consider when we're talking about regulating and making certain requirements of disclosure and compensation?
It could be. Other countries are concerned about free expression and do have some protections for it, but they don't have the equivalent of our First Amendment.
So where are you in working on this report? When will the report be due? And I understand that you have gotten thousands and thousands of comments from
10,000.
people.
10,000, and I will say it's not the maximum we've ever received. We got more for our study on Section 512 of the DMCA a few years ago, but a lot of those were duplicates. These were 10,000 substantive individual comments, so it's taken a lot of analysis and a lot of review. So as you know, the first part of the report was issued the end of July. We have been trying to set and follow our own ambitious deadlines because we know there's a lot of interest. We know these are important issues. So our current goal is to get the other two sections out by the end of the year. We are working hard toward that goal. But to me, what is most important is to make sure that we are accurate and thoughtful and produce a high-quality report that will be useful to you and to the courts.
Well, my best, because whatever you all come up with, I think we're going to see litigation in this space. So we shall proceed. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Senator Hirono. Let me just begin.